All right, good morning, good morning, good morning. We're going to do a quick test review for place value. Your test is in place value. Your test is in all in learning after we go over these quick test questions. All right, starting with number 1. Which number has a digit in the tens place that is 1/10 of the value of the digit in the hundreds place? Well, first off, I'm going to turn my paper like this. Everybody's going to do it. And you're going to write a decimal, okay? Then you're going to write a line, a line, a line. You're going to write a T under that for the tenths place, an H under that for the hundredths place, and a TH under that for the thousandths place. Hey.
Hello, sorry, man. Question that's a ring out. When adding and subtracting mixed numbers, like if they're going to subtract, I know they're going to make the denominator the same.
Uh-huh.
Do you have to make it improper? Do you have to make it an improper fraction, then change the denominator, or just change the fractional part?
It depends on how you want to do it. A lot of them were taught to make it improper in 4th grade and then subtract it. A lot of them were taught that. I do the borrow thing where you got, sorry, let me pause this recording. Hang on. Oh, no, you're fine. Let me just pause the recording. Okay, sorry, Miss Letchworth had a question for me. Okay, so you've got your tenths here, you've got your hundredths here, and you've got your thousandths. Then over here, let's draw 3 more lines. And remember, this is ones, tens, and hundreds. Cool? All right, so that's the first thing I want you to do when you sit down to your test today is make yourself a little place value chart. Tenths, hundredths, thousandths behind the decimal, ones, tens, hundreds in front of the decimal. HTO, hatath, hatath. I don't know. Anyway, that doesn't matter. All right, so we're back to looking at the question. Which number has a digit in the tens place that is 1/10 of the value of the digit in the hundreds place? Okay. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to underline the tens place and the hundreds place in each one of these. So I'm going to come down here. The 3 is in the tens place. The 1 is in the hundreds place. So I'm going to underline those two. Then here, I'm going to underline the tens and the hundreds. Then here, I'm going to underline the tens and the hundreds. And here, I'm going to underline the tens and the hundreds. All right, so for those of you who came to virtual learning yesterday, we already talked about this. Bonus question, if you are going to compare these numbers, they have to be what? Tori? They got to be the same stinking number, yes. Only one of these has the same number. Which one, Ethan? D, very good. D. You can compare these because one is 700 and one is 70. One is worth 70 and one was worth 700. So this is 1/10 of 700, okay? Because it's moving left, okay? If it's getting left, it's dividing by 10. If you can't remember, look up here on your place value chart. If it's moving left, it's getting divided by 10 smaller. If it's moving right, it's getting times 10 bigger. Cool? Cool. All right, next one. We're going to write this in expanded form with fractions. Here we go. I've got 30 times the ones place plus 7. Oh, wait, no, 30 times the tens place. My bad. 30 times the tens place plus 7 times the ones place plus, what comes next, Brennan? 5 times what?
5 times 10.
The 5 is in the what place? Very good. 5 times 1/10. Then, Shamori, I've got to do 3 times what? Very good. 3 times 100th. And then Jamal, I've got to do 1 times what? Very good. 1 times 1,000. Look at all my smart babies. So that is how you write it in expanded form with fractions. And that's the psycho way, right? But guess what? It's coming for you today. All right. Ariana, here we go. I've got This is not 30 times. This is 3. 3 times the tens place. Sorry. All right. So Ariana, I've got 3 times the tens place. Plus what times the ones place? Good. 7 times the ones place. Plus 5 times what, Ariana? No, you're right. 5 times tenths. Plus 3 times what, Ariana? Very good. 100ths. Plus 1 times what, Avery?
1 times 1 third or 1 tenth.
What?
100.
This is the hundredths. This is the,
Thousand.
very good. 1 times the thousandths. Oh, I'm so sorry. All right, do it like this. Sorry, 5 times 1/10. My bad, guys.
You almost got me.
I almost got you, Yazzie. 3 times 100th. I'm so sorry. Plus, no wonder Avery was confused. 1 times 1,000th. All that's looking familiar to y'all, though, right? Because when y'all took your quiz on this, y'all killed it. You did amazing. So I'm hoping that all that rang true to you. All right. Now, y'all scared me a little bit this morning on the math review. So, first thing always, read it out loud and then put a big old decimal over the and. 762,308 and 200ths. Put a big old huge decimal over that and. Every time you see and, write a decimal. Then, I'm going to highlight what's in front of the decimal. 762,308. I'm going to write that. Because when I see 1,000, I know I'm going to put a comma, right? So 762,308. Then I'm going to write that decimal. Then I'm going to highlight the 2. I'm going to write the number 2, put a dot under it, and I'm going to put the 2 in the hundredth place. So there's nothing in the tenths place, and there is a 2 in the hundredths place. 762, 308, and 2 in the hundredths place. Is that coming back to y'all now? Okay, good. Y'all were making me nervous this morning. All right, if I'm going to compare, I got to line them up. Line them up, line them up, line them up. Okay, so a lot of kids think to themselves, well, this is easy. 822 is bigger than 82. Not necessarily, okay? So you got to line them up, drop your 0 in the hole, and then you can compare them. Here we go. So starting from the left to the right, same. Then we got a wiener, chicken dinner. This one is bigger. And you guys did very well on your comparing quiz that you took with Miss Lawrence. I was very proud. All right. Number 6. If the 3 in 703,159 is moved 2 places to the right, how does the value change? Okay, so if I'm coming up here and I'm looking at my place value chart, if I am moving to the right, I am doing what? I'm getting smaller, correct? I'm dividing by 10. So if I move it 2 places to the right, take your pen, take it right up here and go 1 place, 2 place. So now I moved the 3 into, so it goes from being worth 3,000 to now it is worth 30. Does that make sense? It moved 2 places. So each time it divided by 10. Each jump it divided by 10. So from 3,000 to 300, because it's 2 jumps, it is 1/100th of what it used to be worth. Does that make sense? It's 2 jumps, 1/100th, not just 1 jump. 1 jump would be 1/10, but now it jumped 2 places, which is 1/100th. Cool? It went from being worth 3,000 to now it's worth 30, which is 1/100th. And you also can know that because look how many zeros it chopped off. 1, 2. That's 100, right? All right, next one. All right, you're going to give me a number where the value of the 3 and 35 is 10 times greater. All right, so Shamori, what's the value of the 3 and 35? Good, so 3 tens is worth how much? Good, so the value of the 3 is worth 30. What's 10 times more than that, Shamori? Very good, so times 10 is 300. You could also just say to yourself, I'm going to take my 3 and I'm going to move it one place to the right. Does that make sense? Moving it to the right would be a times 10 relationship. So as long as you moved it over one place. All right, here we go. Jamal, when I am writing a word, a huge decimal word, what's the first step? What am I going to do with and? Put it in and turn it into a gigantic decimal. 220 and 71 thousandths. Turn that into a gigantic decimal. All right, now highlight everything in front of the decimal. 220. Write that. 220. Y'all cool with that part so far? Good. Now, coming behind the decimal, you're going to write 71 thousandths. So the first thing you have to do, don't worry about the place value, just highlight the number. Write 71. So underneath 71, I'm going to write 71. Then I'm going to put a dot under what? What am I going to put a dot under, Zayden? The 1. Put the dot under the last number in that you wrote. And so that means that you know you're going to put the 1 in the thousandths. So I've got tenths, hundredths, thousandths. I'm going to put the 1 in the thousandths place, the 7 in the hundredths place, and a 0 there. That is how you write 220 and 71 thousandths. So it looks like this. 220 and 71 thousandths. Hard, huh? All right. Now you're going to write this weird thing right here in word form. Work yourself backwards. Highlight the 66. You cool with that? You're going to write 66. Does that make sense? And then you have to decide to yourself, what place value is it in? So put a dot under that 6, under the second 6. And that 6 is in what place value, Caroline Klinger? The first 6 is in the hundredths place. This 6 is in the what? Very good. It's in the thousandths place. So this number is 66 thousandths. All right. Now you're going to tell me a decimal between 3.1 and 3.3. So here's what you're going to do. I want you to write 3.1 here. I want you to write 3.3 here. Yazi, what's directly in between? Very good. You can put 3.2 right here. And then you're going to write some numbers that are in between these. This is 3.15. This is 3.17. This is 3.25. This is 3.28. Does that kind of make sense? Because these are actually, you can put zeros behind them. So that's how you can figure that out. All right, 3 more, and then you're going to take your test. All right, so we've got 5 and 15 thousandths. Klinger, what am I going to put on top of the and? A decimal. There we go. Then I'm going to write what's in front of the decimal. I'm going to write 5. 5 decimal. Then I'm going to write 15 right here. I'm going to write it out over here. And then I've got to put a decimal under the 5 because I'm going to put the 5 in the thousandths place. So I've got tens, hundreds, thousands. The 5 will go there. The 1 will go there. And then there will be a 0 there. So this is 5 and 15 thousandths. Because the last digit in 15 has to go in the thousandths place. All right, if I want it to be 10 times greater, do I have to move the number to the right or to the left? To the left. So just move it over one place. 10 times greater is that. Miss Ross, it can't be that easy, but it is. I know, Yazi, I know. And last one, what is the value of this 2? This is a decimal. So this is ones, this is tens, this is hundreds. So that 2 is worth 200. And that's it. Cool? All right, I'm going to stop my recording.